Hey, it's Lee for On Your Marks Wrestling, and I'm here with a Smackdown review for May 22nd, 2018. The show starts with Miz TV. Miz teases a Daniel Bryan match, but instead he basically just announces his upcoming reality TV show. He introduces the New Day as his guest, asks which member will be in Money in the Bank. New Day kind of avoid the question. Says that the New Day actually holds each other down. Each member of the New Day hold each other down. Woods says that Miz is self-centered, whatever. Miz runs all of the New Day members down individually, so it basically says Kofi been around forever, never accomplished anything. Says stuff about Big E. It's just kind of the typical thing, but he does say that Xavier Woods is actually the one guy who should get the shot because he's accomplished stuff. He's got his own up, down, down channel on YouTube, which is very successful. So he kind of talks up Woods. Eventually, though, New Day keep being coy about who's going to be the Money in the Bank competitor, and Miz gets angry about that, and he says he can beat any member of the New Day anytime. They pick Big E. He refuses because they didn't give him what he wanted, the Money in the Bank announcement. And the New Day starts throwing pancakes at him, saying shame. He goes backstage. Backstage, he has like a really long, awkward pause while staring at Paige. I'm guessing someone forgot what they were supposed to say. But Paige ends up sending Miz back out there to face Big E in a match. Big E, in this match, Big E does a leapfrog, which I don't remember seeing him do a ton of. I was impressed by that. He hits a splash on the apron, which is cool. There's a cool little moment where the New Day act as Big E's cornerman, so he sits down and they do the boxing thing where I think they pour some syrup into his mouth and they put some Vaseline on his face. Miz throws Big E into the side of the ring, so he kind of gains an advantage that way. There's a big Uranagi by E in the corner. I always like his Uranagi. It looks bad. Well, it looks strong. I was going to say badass. I don't know why I cleaned my language up there. There's a basement DDT by Miz, which is always a cool looking move. At one point, the Bar runs in and they attack Xavier Woods. Kofi, who's on the other side of the ring, runs around, uses the steps, and then Cesaro's shoulder to launch himself at Sheamus. It looked cool. The Miz. This results in Big E being a little distracted, and the Miz managed to get the skull crushing finale on Big E and get the win. Not bad, watchable. Daniel Bryan is backstage with Dasha, says he knows about second chances, and that he's going to tap out a legend tonight because he's facing Matt Hardy in a pre-qualifying match for maybe going to Money in the Bank. So basically it's Daniel Bryan versus Matt Hardy. Whoever wins that gets to face Samoa Joe, and whoever wins that gets to go to Money in the Bank. Aiden English comes out, and he introduces Lana in a great way. A little bit of a rap thing, and transition into Lana is the best, Lana number one. It was really good. I liked it a lot. The Iconics then come out, and I wrote they're brilliantly obnoxious, clearing their throat, warming up for their own duet, and then it's just like the most awful thing you've ever heard, but they're being obnoxious. That's what they should be doing. That's who they are. So we get the match between Lana and Billie Kay. The very beginning, English kind of clears his throat into the mic, and then he pulls out a Lana Day sign, and he gets the crowd chanting it. Billie and Peyton are very upset about this, and they accost him. Lana takes out Peyton, throws her into a barricade. Then Billie Kay gets a shot in and throws Lana into the ring. Goes to get into the ring. Lana kicks Billie with her kind of big high boot. It looked cool. Billie is kind of a little woozy, and Lana does a sit-out face-buster, and she gets the win. Very, very quick win, like 30 seconds of actual match. And Lana is now in the Money in the Bank. This was a qualifier for Money in the Bank. So that's an interesting situation. I did like the English-Lana combination, because earlier it seemed like Lana was trying to get rid of English, but English is so into Lana, big fan of hers, and they celebrate together. It was fun. Zelina Vega cuts a little promo on behalf of CN, saying that he got nothing at his debut, and he's used to getting kind of everything he wants, and she says he'll take what he wants now. So then we have a match between Andrade Cien Almas versus his opponent. I'm not sure they ever even said this guy's name. I rewound it to see if I missed it. I think at one point they might have said it, but I couldn't understand what it was. So it's his opponent. You kind of wish they still put up graphics every once in a while. Almas is very aggressive. His opponent gets a couple little moves in at one point, but Almas puts a stop to it with a spinning elbow that looked really cool. Then he hits double knees in the corner, which is his usual move. But then the jobber guy flips over and has his face in the corner, and he hits the double knees on his back, which looked even cooler. He does his hammerlock DDT, gets the win. Very predictable, but that's fine. They're building him up, putting him up against jobbers. We have Carmella backstage. She's wearing an Asuka mask. She tells Dasha that Charlotte beat Asuka, and that since she beat Charlotte twice, that makes her twice as good as Asuka. She says she's not afraid of Asuka. That's fine. Renee is in the ring. She calls out AJ and Shinsuke Nakamura for Shinsuke to make his stipulation announcement. AJ wants to know the stipulation, kind of interrupts Renee. Shinsuke tells him to be quiet. I don't know why, it's not that big a line, but the way he said it, it was just great. Nakamura says that it's going to be a pillow fight, which prompts AJ to call him the king of soft style. Nakamura says that he jokes because he has the upper hand. Styles just jokes because he's afraid. Nakamura tries to surprise attack Styles at one point, but AJ blocks it. They end up brawling to the outside. AJ is getting the best of it, but then Nakamura uses a chair to gain an advantage, and eventually he hits a Kinshasa. While he was doing these things, he was kind of counting how long Styles was down, so kind of revealing what kind of match it's going to be. But then he gets up on the announcer's table with a mic, and he clearly announces that it's going to be a last man standing match. Crowd is lukewarm to that announcement, as am I. It's not all that special. I find these last man standing matches often kind of boring. Then we have the Good Brothers and Usos in the ring. Good Brothers say that the Usos already blew their chance at the Bludgeon Brothers. Usos tell them that this isn't Japan or Raw, it's SmackDown, and this is the Uso Penitentiary. Then the Good Brothers say that they're not seeing any Wardens there, and Gallows just says, all we're seeing are, and he calls them nerds. So the match is pretty short. The Usos at one point land a super kick and splash onto Gallows for a near fall. The Usos are going for the double splash, but Anderson knocks one of them off of the corner. I cannot remember which Uso gets hit with what. The Good Brothers, after a Gallows super kick, land a Magic Killer and actually get the win. So it looks like they're rebuilding the Good Brothers on SmackDown, which is a good thing because they should be built up, because Raw almost killed them, and they're a full team. They should be right up there. Flipping my notes over. Then we get a match between Naomi and Sonya Deville. I believe this is another second chance at Money in the Bank match. There's a nice opening with like attempted trips that are avoided, attempted kicks that are avoided, and then Deville kind of throws Naomi's leg back, and Naomi just goes and does the splits. It was okay. I like that. There's also a rapid fire kicks and simultaneous enziguri spot. So basically, they're like doing quick kicks, hitting each other with quick kicks, and the enziguris. It looked cool. Eventually, though, Naomi hits a kind of strange. It wasn't really strange. It's just that it kind of landed in slow motion. A strange roll up on Deville for the win. It was okay. It was fine. Then we have Renee Young backstage. She asks Jeff Hardy about having another chance at Money in the Bank. He talks about how when he learned that he was getting this shot, the synapses in his brain were firing, and he said that he and Daniel Bryan will like fry the brains of the WWE audience with what they're going to do tonight. It was strange, but you kind of expect that from Hardy, I guess. So then we have Jeff Hardy versus Daniel Bryan. Samoa Joe comes out to do commentary. Some notable spots. There's a double crossbody. There's a dropkick through the ropes by Bryan. You see that move all the time, but he did it at a much faster pace than most people do it, so it looked cool. Hardy got a clothesline on him shortly after, though. There was a whisper in the wind by Hardy where he kind of grabbed his leg, so kind of starting to hint at maybe a leg issue. Hardy hits the twist of fate after he gets kicked. Bryan gets his knees up on the senton attempt by Hardy, though, and he gets a kick in and a near fall. Bryan ends up attacking the previously injured knee near the end of this match, and he ends up locking in a heel hook, and he gets the tap out win that way. It's the same heel hook he used on Cass last week in a kind of brutal way. Samoa Joe kind of interrupts. He has a mic, so he interrupts the celebration. He says doesn't know why the crowd and why Daniel Bryan are celebrating, because all this means is he's going to have to face Joe, and that's not something to celebrate. And then backstage, Renee goes up to Joe and asks him why he's so confident, and he ends up saying that he's going to make Bryan go to sleep next week, and he mocks the yes chant with it. This episode of Smackdown was... How do I feel about this? It was okay. It was okay. It was so much better than Raw that you kind of don't care that it wasn't perfect. I enjoyed a lot of parts of it. I thought the last match was pretty good. I find Hardy's been sloppy since he came back. Maybe he's just getting old or whatever. But I thought this match was pretty decent. I'm going to go ahead and give this a 7 out of 10. Yeah, nothing special on this day, but nothing horrible either. It was just, all of it was watchable. You know what? I'm going to go 7.5 out of 10. I did like the Lana Aiden English bit, and I like that the Good Brothers are getting built back up a little bit. So I'm going to give some credit on this one. I'm going to go ahead and give 7.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching. Bye.